Alright, so what's up? I have two Airboxes here now. As you can tell, they're a little different. This is my stock box. This is an A6 C7 box, and this is an A6 C7.5 box. I didn't like how ugly divot thing was right there, so we're gonna make this work. I'm gonna end up cutting it some today, make it kind of like an RS7 box, but I'm gonna try to take you along for a little bit of the process. I want it to look like as OEM as possible. Other than the only thing that's going to be not OEM is this tube, and obviously you're going to see that, and the methanol tank up there. But everything else, it should connect to this factory looking thing. It should look good. So the problem is my methanol pump is mounted to the frame rail right there. So this has to be cut. It has some ABS plastic I'm going to stick up in there, probably JB Weld, try to make it look good. But yeah, so the first thing I'm going to have to take it all apart, measure it, and then we're gonna start cutting. So all right, so I got the first little hole cut. This piece came off, still doesn't fit, so I'm gonna have to take, let me see where I marked it with Sharpie. That part's gonna come out as well. Problem is I'm running out of Dremel bit, so it's very close to fitting, not quite. Another thing I had to do was that piece right there. It had to come out to fit the filter I'm trying to run. This is a completely custom, hold on, let's turn this around. Completely custom. So, like, the only thing that's bought, I guess technically everything's bought, but the K&M filter's bought. That's a A6 C7.5 box. So, like, it's not like a drop-in kit or anything. Like, I'm having to make this. So, I don't want a million comments saying, whoa, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just want it to look OEM. But you're not going to see any of the bottom stuff. So, like, I want to make it look good, but, like, it doesn't have to be perfect. But as you can see, that's the mounting point there. And then that, you can't really see it, but that's one there. But it has to clear this pump. I should have mounted it just a little lower, but it'll be okay. So, I'll give you a little update here in a minute. All right, figured it's time for a little bit of an update. I've got the box sitting in. It's in there flush. I don't know why it does that. All three of the mounting points are in. Let's see, there's some light. That's how much had to get trimmed for the tank to fit. I mean, for the pump to fit. Ended up having to pull this off to get access down there to guide it in, but I think that's gonna look a whole lot better than the other box, or no box. So, probably not even gonna cut it up. Let's see how it sounds with closed top. So, I think it's pretty cool looking. Oh, I've also now made the decision to just leave it open. I mean, I don't drive the car in the rain. And that should give it a little sound, because now I'm still using a stock hat for the, I've managed to squeeze that K&N through there. And then I got to connect to what is this thing called? RKX tube to that, to the throttle body. But I'm going to leave that open and see how that sounds. I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll pull it back off and close it in down there with some ABS, but I'm gonna see how that sounds. I mean, it can't sound bad, and it don't get driven in the rain, so kind of ghetto, but not really. I mean, it's no different than me running an open intake and that being exposed down there anyway. So, because I mean, I never ran a box on this car, so yeah, I'm gonna put it back together and see how it sounds. I got it put back together, 100%. Got the methanol ran back too. Managed to keep the stock hat. So honestly, the car looks very stock, if you didn't know what was done to it. So I'm gonna go drive it a little bit and give you some videos with the closed box but open box. All right, so doing a little just driving. I hit it a minute ago and it sounded pretty good for what it is. It still has a little bit of whine. I'll wait for this car to go. But it's not like super obnoxiously loud whining. I mean, I think that sounds good. So this is a header car, so its header is the stock downpipes to MagnaFlow 19159. So I wanted to hear more of that than more of the just supercharger is so freaking loud if you have an open box. box in this car, or no box. Yeah, I just wanted to get a little bit of driving. It's dark, but I just wanted to go ahead and get this video put together today and probably post sometime later this week. I think it sounds good though for what it is. I mean, it is, so that's a C7.5 A6 box. I know it's probably confusing for some people, don't know what I'm talking about, but I didn't want to spend the money on a RS7 box because they're like $300 freaking dollars, and I found someone to sell this to me for pretty cheap. So I think it sounds good. So I'm into here. If you don't follow me on Instagram and all that stuff, you know what to do. It's in the description below. But thank you for watching. Follow if you haven't, subscribe if you haven't, drop a comment if you want to see something cool. See you later.